Thanks. Well, some encouraging news tonight. The most recent data from the Veterans Administration shows suicide rates among our vets is actually on a downward trend. The study showed that in 2020, there were over 6,000 veteran deaths. That's about a 5% decrease from 2019 and a 12% decrease from 2018. Here in El Paso County, the coroner's office reports it showed 1 in 4 veterans committed suicide in 2022. That's a 5% decrease from 2021, but it's still too many. In fact, the VA says suicide is still the 13th leading cause of death among our veterans and the second leading cause of deaths among veterans under the age of 45. News 5's Eleanor Sheehan in studio tonight, and you spoke with a few vets today on how they're trying to save lives. Eleanor, what'd you find out?
One of the veterans I spoke with today tells me he's lost a few of his veterans friends in this past year to suicide. He has now dedicated his life to trying to help other veterans and says no one should have to suffer in silence. Tyler Rourke retired from the Army after multiple deployments. He says it's hard for veterans to transition back from active duty to everyday life.
With veterans even like myself, people don't realize what you've seen and you don't talk about it and you don't share it.
Don Ebarb served in the Army for 20 years. He says issues surrounding veterans' mental health are not talked about enough.
A lot of veterans, they don't really necessarily like to bring up that subject, you know, whether it's vulnerabilities or weaknesses. As mentioned, it's kind of an ego thing for, the veterans. They don't want to talk about it. They're always very apt to help somebody else.
Rourke says veterans face a lot of challenges.
The way you think about things, the way you see things now are completely different than they were before. And finding that new purpose to help you think about tomorrow versus ending today.
Ebarb says it's valuable for veterans to find a supportive community. He joined the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association 3-2 chapter in Colorado Springs.
Common interests, common histories, with a common focus now, so we can, because I wanted to find an organization where I could give back to the veteran community.
This Sunday, the chapter is holding the Pikes Peak Mission to Zero. This is a motorcycle ride to address suicide among veterans.
Not just about the veterans who might have tendencies or thoughts of suicide, but also making family members and other veterans aware, so that they are maybe able to recognize some of those concerns, that a veteran may have that may lead to suicide.
The money raised from the ride will go to Painted Paws for Veterans, which is a local organization that partners veterans with canines for support.
I had a little dog that helped me get through some of my struggles when I returned from Iraq.
Rourke started Painted Paws for Veterans. He says relationships between veterans and canines are very emotionally therapeutic.
It gets them out of the house and from isolation in a lot of cases. So emotionally, it helps them reground themselves.
Rourke hopes the Mission to Zero ride will show veterans that there is hope and help available.
That they know that they're not alone, because a lot of veterans feel like they are alone in this struggle, in this fight, but they're not. We are all here. All you have to do is come see us.
Every veteran I spoke with today wanted to emphasize that there are groups, resources, and other veterans who are here in the Pikes Peak region that want to help others who are struggling. The Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association encourages people to reach out for them for help. Rob?
Eleanor, thanks. Speaking of which, if you or someone you know needs help or someone to talk to right now, there is help available. The Colorado Hotline offers help 24/7. You can reach a mental health professional by calling the number on your screen, 1-844-493-TALK, or you can text TALK to 38255. There are also walk-in crisis centers in our area that offer counseling and therapy. In El Paso County, there's one on East Woodman Road and one on South Parkside Drive. In Pueblo, there's a crisis center on Chinook Lane. Both doors are always open. We have that data for you. If you need more help, go to KOAA.com. Well, new data